During the dengue season, they actually had the, I really like this solution. So it actually tells you about the situation within your neighborhood. I thought for that particular problem set is actually a very good solution. So this is actually a typical, okay, I'll start with this. So this is your typical utilities bill, and it has this. So it doesn't tell you a lot. It tells you something, but it doesn't tell you a lot. So this is what my suggestion is. So first of all, I think what's missing is actually the context. So the bars in the background is actually last year's bill. The bars in the foreground in blue is actually this year's bill. And the black lines are actually the median bill for all households like you. So within the same planning zone and within and the same type of housing. So from there and there, you get to see how you're faring within the month against past months, past years, and the rest of the nation. So in a sense, this is actually energy consumption ranked according to similar households and according to the rest of the nation. So it's like a leaderboard, sort of. This guy is actually an apartment from Ang Mo Kio, and they only had their data set from the start of 2012. So even without comparing against last year's data, right, comparing against the median data across this year, you get a sense that actually they're doing pretty well. Even though they missed a month and they're ranked pretty badly, their bill for August kind of skyrocketed. On average, on the whole scheme of things, they're actually doing quite well. So apart from, the problem with having your bills coming in once a month is that you don't really know what's going on within the month. So what I did is that I kind of built this little toy that lets me look at the rest of the data set. So it's a pretty nice data set. It's all the hourly basis. Okay, so each row is a week. Each row, there are 7 cells. That's a day, and then within that, you get your time zones. So it goes from, the darker it is, the more power you consume during the day. The lighter it is, the less power you consume. So so this guy is like quite intense. So you get to see patterns like this. So what I want to do with this is that I kind of want to see what's within the month. And you get to see patterns like this. Okay, this is fine. You kind of get a slightly lighter shade around here because it's December. Then you get people like that. So on sporadic days, there's a sudden spike. I want to know why. If I'm going to get my bill, I want to know why. What have I done wrong? It's like, I want to know what have I done wrong or what have I done right. Or guys like that who pretty much doesn't use anything except for one weekend in February. And this guy here who had this magical break in between and suddenly his bill skyrocketed. So this is a fine example. First 2 weeks, his consumption is actually overnight. So my assumption is that it's actually something like an air conditioner. And after the first 2 weeks, he kind of dropped off. So maybe he stopped using the air conditioner. I'm not very sure. I'm only inferring from the data set. But I want to do that to my own bill. So last but not least, the problem with the electricity bill is that it's a lot like you're driving and you only figure out your speed after you get your speeding ticket. So my suggestion is that, apart from the bill itself, somewhere in the middle of the month, I would like to see something like this. So, standard format. But if you hire a copywriter for this, right, you can get, can get a bit you can get a bit creative with it. So you get something like that, hysterical. Or sponsored. Or my personal favorite, that. But it doesn't really matter what tone it is. It doesn't really matter what tone it is, because at the end of the day, all I want is feedback. So thanks.